talk about some ancient history. We did do that occasionally on this radio show. Like we talk about how I've been a lawyer for over 40 years, and for the first 5 years I was using an IBM Selectric. That's ancient history, but it also reminds me that back in the day, my law practice, it was small enough where I literally could remember every client and what was going on with every client.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there was a time, right?
Wow.
And, then probably, 20 years ago, a lady called me up and started talking about the probate that I'm doing for her mother. And, man, I could not figure out who she was talking about. It was our client, I just couldn't put two and two together about who she was calling about. And she got so frustrated with me, she fired me.
Ooh.
So I knew it was time to do something to figure out how we keep track of our active clients. And so we got these carbon parts so that you would type the client's name and the client's matter and the client file number on this carbon part. And one carbon part would go on the file itself, the file folder. One part would go into almost like a Rolodex kind of thing, so you could slip it in under the name of the client, so you could flip through, find people that way. Of course, we're now doing an electronic database, and it's absolutely critical to what we're doing these days, and no way we can live without it.
The efficiency of having the electronic database really has revolutionized businesses, including ours.
Yeah.
You really, the efficiency of the electronic database to be able to, in every aspect of your business, it really is incredible versus back before having that available and that everything was by paper and or like you just described an electronic card, but it was all a manual.
With the electronic database, we can search a name, we can search a phone number, we can search an email address. And I kind of laugh because how often I get an email out of the blue. It comes to me like I'm their best friend. They're asking me a legal question or a status about a case or something. And they don't even bother to sign that email. It's like I'm supposed to figure out who you are? How else would I do this other than copy and paste their email into our electronic database and go, oh, okay, that's Bill. He didn't even sign it Bill. Or he signed it Bill without a last name. You know what I'm saying?
I do. And I know exactly what you're saying. And I think the challenging thing is I don't think I would ever communicate with somebody without identifying who I am. But I know what you're saying, that happens.
It surprises me how often it happens. But that's the beauty of the database.
Exactly.